What if you could unlock the secret to speaking English so fluently that it feels like your native language, all by training your brain to think in English? Hey there, Flow fam! Welcome back to English in Flow, the channel that's all about making your English journey fun, fluent, and totally unstoppable. I'm Liam, your language wingman, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today. Whether you're chilling at home with a cup of tea, out for a morning walk, or sneaking in some learning during your commute, thanks for tuning in. Today, we're diving into a game-changing topic: how to train your brain to think in English so you can speak with confidence, eliminate those awkward pauses, and sound like a pro. I know what some of you are thinking. Liam, thinking in English? That sounds like trying to rewire my brain to solve a puzzle in a new language. Trust me, I get it. If English isn't your first language, you might be stuck translating every word from your native tongue, which slows you down, creates unnatural hesitations, and spikes your stress levels in conversations. It's like running a race with weights on your ankles. But here's the exciting truth. Thinking in English is the key to true fluency, and it's a skill you can master with simple, daily habits. In this video, I'm sharing 5 powerful ways to train your brain to think in English, blending proven exercises with fun, practical tips to make it stick. By the end, you will have a clear, actionable plan to ditch translation, speak naturally, and unlock your full English potential. So, grab a notebook, smash that like button, and let's get into the flow. Oh, and if you love learning English with us, hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you never miss a video. Ready? Let's transform your English. Let's start with why thinking in English is so crucial. When you translate from your native language, your brain is doing double work, converting thoughts and then finding English words. This creates pauses, breaks the flow, and makes you feel stressed, like you're racing against time to find the right phrase. But when you think in English, the words are right there, ready to roll off your tongue. It's like switching from a clunky old bike to a sleek race car. Your conversations become smooth, natural, and confident. The secret? Immersion and consistent practice to rewire your brain. Today, we're covering 5 practical exercises to make thinking in English second nature, each designed to fit into your busy life. Let's dive into the first one. Way 1. Immerse yourself in English daily. The foundation of thinking in English is immersion, surrounding yourself with the language as much as possible. Think of it like soaking your brain in an English bath. Swap your usual media for English content. If you watch news, tune into BBC, CNN, or ALJEERA. Love movies? Watch them in English, ideally without subtitles, or with English subs if you're a beginner. Music is a fun way to learn. Create a playlist of English songs, from Dua Lipa to Coldplay. Podcasts and audiobooks are gold mines. Find ones on topics you love, like fashion, tech, or true crime. When I was learning Spanish, I binged a podcast about Latin American history, even though I barely understood it at first. Within 3 weeks, phrases like "es fascinante" started popping into my head naturally. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes of immersion daily. It doesn't have to be intense, just consistent. Listening to English in context helps you absorb words, phrases, and grammar structures without memorizing. It's like learning a song. You hear it enough, and it sticks. Try it today. Pick one English podcast, show, or playlist and listen for 15 minutes. It could be the Daily Podcast, a Netflix series like The Crown, or a Spotify playlist. Drop a comment and share what you're diving into. We'd love to hear. Consistency is key. Daily practice compounds, like building muscle at the gym. Skip 2 weeks and you lose progress. But stick with it, and your brain will start thinking in English faster than you expect. Way 2. Activate your brain with podcasts. Listening is great, but to think in English, you need to actively engage your brain. Let's use a podcast as a fun, focused exercise. I love 6-Minute English from BBC. It's short, engaging, and covers specific topics like culture or science. Here's how to do it. Before playing an episode, take 60 seconds to brainstorm English words or ideas you already know about the topic. For example, if the episode is about climate change, jot down global warming, recycling, or pollution. The rule? No translating from your native language. If you catch yourself thinking of a word in your native tongue, skip it and move to the next English word that pops up. Then, listen to the episode with full focus. No multitasking. It's only 6 minutes, so you can do it. Right after, create an ideas map in English. Write down the main points, stories, or words you remember, like, they talked about rising sea levels, or new technology helps. Don't worry about order, just capture what sticks. This exercise strengthens the neurological pathways in your brain, linking what you heard to English thoughts. To level up, discuss the episode with a speaking partner or friend. If you don't have one, join our Flow Fam community on Discord or Instagram to chat about it. When I did this with a Spanish podcast, I'd recap episodes to myself. Es sobre la selva amazónica. Hay muchos animales. It made thinking in Spanish so much easier. Try it. Pick a 6-minute English episode or any short podcast and do this exercise today. Share one idea you wrote down in the comments. This takes 10 to 15 minutes, but builds your ability to think in English fast. Way 3. Use videos to spark English thoughts. Videos are a powerful tool to train your brain, especially with visual cues. Let's use a YouTube video as an exercise. For example, say you're interested in sustainability. Find a short video about eco-friendly living, maybe a TED Talk or a Vox explainer. Before watching with sound, play the first minute on mute at half speed, 0.5x, to slow down the visuals. As you watch, describe what you see in English, either out loud, in your head, or on paper. For example, I see a forest. There's a river. People are planting trees. This forces your brain to pull up English words without translating. If you struggle to find a word, pause after the minute and look it up in English, not your native language. For example, if you saw a wind turbine but didn't know the word, search machine that uses wind for energy to find wind turbine. Then, watch the minute again, repeating the exercise. The second time, you'll recall those words faster, strengthening your brain's English pathways. When I learned Spanish, I watched muted cooking videos describing, "Hay un chef, está cortando cebollas." It was clunky, but it trained my brain to think in Spanish visuals. Try it. Find a 3 to 5 minute YouTube video on a topic you like, do the muted minute exercise, and share one word you learned in the comments. This takes 10 minutes and supercharges your English thinking. Way 4. Speak in real conversations. To truly think in English, you need to speak it in real-time conversations. It's like putting your brain in the driver's seat. Speaking forces you to think on your feet, pulling words and ideas without time to translate. Yes, it can feel nerve-wracking, but it's where the magic happens. If you've done the podcast or video exercises, use those topics in conversations to make it easier. For example, discuss the eco-living video. I learned that recycling saves energy. What do you think about it? Find opportunities to speak with native speakers or other learners. If you know someone who speaks English, even a little, start with simple chats. Hey, how's your day going? Don't have anyone nearby? Join online platforms like language exchange apps or our FlowFam Discord community. You can also practice in our live classes. Check the link in the description. When I learned Spanish, I was terrified to speak with locals, but I started with my neighbor. ¿Cómo estás? He'd reply, and I'd fumble through, but each chat made me think faster in Spanish. If you're nervous, prepare by practicing the podcast or video topics solo first. Try it. Have a 1-minute English chat with a friend, colleague, or yourself in the mirror about something you learned today. Share how it went in the comments. This builds confidence and trains your brain to think in English under pressure. Way 5. Narrate your world in short bursts. New edition. Our final way is a fun, flexible exercise you can do anywhere. Narrate your surroundings in English for short, focused bursts. Set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes and describe what's around you, what you're doing, or what you're thinking, all in English. For example, on a bus. I'm on a bus. It's crowded. The windows are foggy. People are chatting. At home, I'm cooking dinner. The pasta is boiling. It smells amazing. This trains your brain to pull English words instantly, bypassing your native language. Start with single words. Table. Chair phone. Then, build sentences. This is my table. The phone is charging. Gradually, add complexity. Yesterday, I left my phone here. Tomorrow, I'll charge it earlier. The short time frame keeps it manageable and fun. It's like a quick brain workout. When I learned Spanish, I'd narrate my walks. Voy por la calle, hay flores rojas, un perro corre. It was exhausting at first, but it made thinking in Spanish feel natural. Try it. Set a 3-minute timer today and narrate your surroundings in English. Share one sentence you said in the comments. This can be done anytime, on a commute, at lunch, or while relaxing. And it's a game changer for thinking in English. Why consistency matters. All 5 ways work best with daily practice. Think of your brain like a muscle. Short, regular workouts build strength faster than sporadic, long sessions. Just 15 to 30 minutes a day of immersion. Podcast exercises, video prompts, conversations, or narration compounds over time. Skip 2 weeks, and your brain reverts, like losing gym progress. But stick with it, and you'll notice your thoughts shifting to English by week 3. By week 6, you're speaking without those translation pauses. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up daily. Overcoming barriers. Let's tackle common hurdles. First, fear of mistakes. What if I sound silly? Mistakes are how you learn. When I learned Spanish, I once said, estoy caliente. I'm hot, as in temperature. But it meant I'm aroused. My friends laughed, but they corrected me, and I never forgot. Embrace errors. They're proof you're trying. Second, time. I'm too busy. These exercises fit into your life. Listen during your commute. Narrate while cooking. Read at lunch. Third, lack of partners. I don't know English speakers. Talk to yourself, join our Discord, or practice in our live classes. Try this. If you hesitate to speak, say, I'm learning English, so I'm practicing. Share a barrier you're facing in the comments, and let's crush it together. Story time. Let me share a story that shows how these exercises work. When I moved to Brazil to teach English, my Portuguese was terrible. Just oi and obrigado. I set a goal to think in Portuguese in 60 days. I immersed myself daily, listening to Brazilian music like Anitta and podcasts about samba. I'd do the podcast exercise, jotting down words like ritmo, rhythm, and recapping episodes Falaram sobre carnaval. É muito colorido. I watched muted travel videos describing Vejo uma praia. Há ondas grandes. I narrated my walks. Estou na rua. Tem mercado ali. By week 3, I was chatting with my landlord. A casa é bonita. Posso pagar amanhã? It wasn't perfect, but I wasn't translating. I was thinking in Portuguese. The turning point was a street festival. I joined a dance group using phrases I'd practiced. Que legal! Como se dança isso? By day 60, I was joking with vendors and dreaming in Portuguese. These 5 exercises, immersion, podcasts, videos, conversations, and narration, made it happen. You can do this with English, Flow Fam. I want your stories. Have you ever caught yourself thinking in English, even for a moment? Or what's holding you back? Share in the comments. Let's inspire each other. And tell us which exercise you're trying first. Immersion, narration, or maybe a conversation. We've covered a ton. 5 ways to train your brain to think in English. Immersing daily, activating with podcasts, sparking thoughts with videos, speaking in conversations, and narrating your world. Plus, tips to stay consistent and overcome barriers. The takeaway: thinking in English unlocks fluency, and it's built with short, daily habits. Make this your 60-day challenge, Flow Fam, and watch your English soar. Your challenge: pick one exercise, listen to a podcast, narrate for 3 minutes, or chat for a minute. And do it today. Share your experience in the comments or on Instagram with the hashtag EnglishInFlow. Check our courses and live classes in the description for extra support. Thank you for watching, Flow Fam. You're not just learning English, you're unlocking a new way to shine, connect, and chase your dreams. Keep practicing, stay in the flow, and have fun. Give this a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more tips. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, keep flowing, and happy learning.